This message is not for everybody. And this is the reason why I'm making this series, is because the whole point of this series is God wants y'all to get closer to him, because God has like infinite things to inform y'all about. If y'all don't know, God literally has information to give you every moment of the day. So think about all of the years that you don't know that God was talking to you. All of those things, you're going to literally have to shift a lot of the things that you're doing to focus hours of your time on God. You're going to have to start talking to God more than you talk to people. You're going to start having to read the Bible more than you read social media. You're going to have to spend more time with God than you do smoking and drinking and having sex and planning ways to get more money, because God has a total different plan for y'all. That's why a lot of the things that y'all wanted to do didn't work out. Now, what's interesting is I always like had the gift of being able to see like why people act a certain way. Like, say if it was arrogant people in the club, I could see why they were arrogant, and I could also see when somebody was connecting somebody who had real love in between them, and if it was genuine or not. So with that being said, a lot of y'all did meet y'all God ordained spouse in the club, and if it didn't work out before, it's simply because y'all didn't have God in y'all life the way that y'all are meant to. Marriage is called holy matrimony for a reason. And the reason why marriage look the way that it does in society is because one or neither of the people are holy, but they're still expecting holy outcomes. Everything good comes from God. And so every moment that people don't have God in their life, they're falling into ways that are not godly, which causes trauma and turmoil, which people don't want to keep struggling, so they just leave. But God is going to teach y'all how to sustain. God is going to teach y'all how to pray. God is going to teach y'all about the generational curses that needs to be broken off of y'all, so y'all understand like the habits that y'all fell into literally came from the generations not knowing better. It's time for y'all to do better and be better examples for y'all children, for y'all parents, for your aunts and uncles, for y'all cousins, nieces and nephews, for the other people that went to the club, for the people in y'all community and everywhere that y'all go. God is going to use y'all marriage ministry to change lives, because so many people feel unworthy and look down on people who are strippers, and they look down on people who have sex for money. And so God is going to use y'all to dismantle the stereotype of people from the hood, the stereotype of people who have danced, and the stereotype of people who do sex work. And so that's really all of this is about. You have to learn more patience. You have to get the vengeful ways out of you. You have to get the lust and seduction out of you. You can't be willing to just do anything for money, because you're going to have discernment on what business deals to take and what not to take. You cannot, you got to have lust out of you, because a lot of people have celebrity crushes. And if that person approaches y'all with a certain amount of money, y'all cannot disrespect y'all marriage to do that. And God don't want y'all doing no private parties or nothing for celebrities. God don't want y'all to stay in the business of seducing. And also, it was so many people who were in committed relationships but expected their woman to be okay with them continuing these things. It's time for that to be over. Y'all can use y'all dancing skills in different ways, and it be healthy for y'all. May, as a matter of fact, God has a shift for the club. God has a shift in the club for y'all to actually dance with y'all wives and show people true romance in non-lustful ways. If you get what I'm saying. You know how people do like salsa dancing and like other type of dancing, where it looks really sexy, but it's not like seducing anyone. It's not causing them to be lustful. It's not really causing them to be like aroused sexually, unless they're just like an overly lustful person. But like, those are the type of things like that God wants y'all to do. Y'all ability to pick up like women and stuff like that and move y'all body. There's so many men that don't feel comfortable moving their body. There's so much money to be made for y'all to teach other men to be comfortable with moving their body, and y'all can even like start hosting couples dance classes and help people elevate their sex lives, because if y'all know that people have really boring sex lives, that's why a lot of people like the dancers and stuff like that. And So yeah, God has so many plans for y'all. It's a pure version of everything that y'all doing, and God just wants y'all to step into His kingdom because to literally be honest, y'all are in demonic territories. That don't mean that y'all are a bad person. That don't mean that y'all doing it on purpose, but literally seducing people is demonic. Having sex before marriage is demonic. Abusing people is demonic. Manipulating people for money is demonic. Like talking to people that you would never talk to if they didn't have money to give you is demonic, and giving money to people just because you want their attention is literally demonic and low self-esteem. Drinking and smoking is literally demonic because God will never call y'all to do something that's ruining y'all organs. So these are the things that we have to be honest with each other about. And it's time for y'all to start spreading a different message because y'all children really need to see different, because y'all have to be the change that y'all never saw in the generations before y'all. Okay, I love you, and most importantly, God does too. If you want to pray with me, my description area has my social media accounts where you can reach out to me and message me. I also am a spiritual advisor, so my email is there for you to schedule a session with me. And I also have a few playlist recommendations for you to access the other things that I do, because this is my spirituality YouTube. So I have over 500 different videos, and I release videos literally every day on different topics to help people elevate, because God has blessed me, and I'm here to bless everyone that has ever came in contact with me and people who don't even know me. So I thank you for tithing your time into my ministry by watching this, by liking, by sharing, by commenting. And I thank you for everyone who trusts me to be their spiritual advisor, who trusts me to pray with them, and who is tithing into me as well.